Okay, let's get into the extravaganza, the big one. We have Usyk Fury 2. Fellas, give some detail on what you saw.
Hey, I'll go ahead and jump. I'll go ahead and jump it off. Man, it was a great fight to watch. I really enjoyed the first fight, like the dramatics of it. It wasn't I didn't feel any like dramatic moments in this fight, but I thought it was a technical display from Usyk, from first to the 12th. Really didn't feel like he was in any threats too many times during the fight. Really liked how he used his intelligence, made adjustments, attacked the body, and was able to stay out of the clinch with a bigger fighter.
Right.
I mean, 55 pound weight difference, and I expected Tyson Fury to come in and lean on him, like put his weight on him and make him feel him so that he can wear him down later in the fight, and that's not what he did. So I don't really understand the strategy by Fury to go in the fight weighing 281 and not using that size to his advantage and try to like box him and time him and things like that. That's Us's game. I feel like Tyson's smart enough to understand, hey, throw your weight around, lean on him, but he didn't. Did not have enough activity. The weight seemed to slow him down later in the fight when he needed to mash the gas a little bit. And
Mm-hmm.
Usyk, 2-time gave Fury his only two L's of his career. So great
Right.
performance.
I agree wholeheartedly. And watching the scoring from people that were there at the event, it goes to show you that like being at home and having those camera angles is a world of difference because a lot of people there had to fight even, and I'm like, I'm not seeing that.
Right.
I think
Right,
if you go back
right.
and watch, I think when they go back and watch, they're going to see Usyk put on a masterful defensive display too. Like
Yeah,
not even with his movement, which I think that's the main reason why Tyson couldn't weigh on him. I think there was, he got away with that a little bit, maybe round one, but Usyk just sidestepped everything. And then when he was standing in front of him, it was like those old videos of like Rocky in the freezer hitting that slab of meat. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Just
right.
going to the body. Like, yeah, that was a masterful work. And Usyk said that this fight was easier than the first fight. You know, probably because he didn't allow himself to get touched up. But
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys summarized everything that I thought. I thought it was a very technical fight. I felt like the best technician won the fight, and that was Usyk. From the tempo of the fight, I was like scared because it was very high tempo for a heavyweight fight. These guys were
Mhm,
moving a lot, exchanging a lot. There was a round where they both exchanged almost 132, 120 something, punches for big guys. They
right.
were not preventing themselves from stepping on the brakes. It was all gas, and I was worried for. I think I put it in the chat. I don't think this is going past 9 rounds because if you coming into the fight 280 something pounds and you're stepping on the gas like that, usually you know what that means for the bigger
mhm.
guy.
Right,
But
right.
salute to Fury, he kind of pushed the tempo even up when it reached those championship rounds, and even if the judges didn't give him the victors for those particular rounds leading up to the last one. It was one of those as a fan. I think we won, especially if you love boxing. And for a casual, maybe you struggled a little bit trying to figure out what's happening. But Usyk to me won that fight based on he just he frustrated Tyson Fury, and I think he had more cleaner hits. Everything I saw Usyk throw was very precise, very intentional, and he was just setting him up and putting those traps on him. And like we talked earlier, he has that sneaky left hand that is disguised with the combinations, and then it just opens up, and that sneaky left, just looping overhand kind of. It's just I call it looping because Fury's just so much taller than him that he looks like it's coming from up.
Right.
It's a weird
Uh,
punch. Yeah, but yeah,
Shows his IQ though. He knows how to place his punches. He places his punches beautifully the entire fight. And something that I was curious about was Fury talking about he had him up. He thought he was up 3 rounds.
mm,
And I'm really like the self awareness by such a smart fighter was just. I was amazed by that, the delusion, because I didn't see any point where he thought he would have been up 3 rounds. If he'd have thought that it was even going into the 12th, I could have gave you that, even though I had a comfortable victory, for Usyk going into the 12th.
Maybe he
Yeah.
thought he won the first 3 rounds. I don't know, but
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I didn't get them vibes from his corner either. Like I didn't hear his corner telling him that. So
yeah, yeah. Sugar Hill gave him some instruction, like basically, like you need to go at him in the 12th
Yeah.
round, which I feel like most cards had Fury winning at 12, but that
Yeah.
that still could have that was a round that could have went either way. But
Let's talk about Sugar Hill more. Let's expand upon that. There's a unique style that comes from the Kronk Gym that is all pressure, very annoying fighting. That style of, someone smothering you, someone just a lot of body work on that with that style. Body head, close range fighting. Do you think Sugar Hill meets Tyson Fury, who is 6'9", who I think that distance and fighting within distance and striking within distance from his old coach before he started training with Emmanuel Stewart's nephew. Do you think that's to his disadvantage using the Kronk style?
I don't really see a Kronk style from Fury. I did see the long guard, which I know you would see like a Tommy Hitman Hearns
Right.
used from back in the day, but I think they all have their particular styles
Mhm.
within that gym. A lot of it is just the grit and the ability to
Pressure.
create knockouts. It's a hard nosed gym that's known for creating champions that are KO artists.
Mhm.
yeah, and the
And
grinding. It's more of a philosophy of grind.
Mhm.
Like
correct.
It's not necessarily a style. Yeah,
what I
but
will say is this though: both of those guys showed great chins,
Mhm.
and solid body because they was eating some body shots. I mean, there's a Fury landed
Yeah.
a couple body shots that I thought would really affect Usyk,
Yeah.
and he just showed ice water like
hmm
Chuck Liddell vibes.
Right. They do,
I,
they do like cousins or something.
yeah, like Usyk was so slippery that I saw that Fury wanted to employ the tactic that he used on Wilder, which is corner Usyk and then do that rope work while he's in the clinch, leaning on him, weighing down his legs. But Usyk was not having it. Like every time he
Slippery.
tried to clinch, he just did just a little. I don't know, like kind of like a football. You know, getting somebody, not even letting his hands get to you, like kind of like
Mhm.
it was so smooth and
I got a point. I don't. You don't have to stop. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna jump in when you finish.
yes, please, yes, please.
The referee didn't allow Tyson Fury to get away with a lot of the dirty stuff that he gets away with.
Right.
Like holding the back of the head.
Yep.
That specifically, but also when you talk about putting them in the corner, usually we're getting into the weeds now. Usually Tyson Fury will step on your foot.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He was not letting none of that go. So shout out to the referee. Like he
It
gave
was
us
a
a clean fight.
Clean
Yeah.
fight. Clean fight. There was
Yeah.
one few shots that Tyson likes to do where he clubs the back of the head, and Usyk was like, "Hey, watch his game
Mhm.
back there." But I think also it's a height mismatch too. Like there's some punches like a 6'9" dude. They're just awkward punches when you're punching down. And there was, I think, a headbutt in the fifth somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But the inability to smother him and hold, it created that distance to where you can see it.
Yeah.
So
That was very high boxing IQ for Usyk. Just
Extremely high.
those
Extremely high.
troubling things that Tyson has done to other fighters where they look tired. He did that to Dylan White and knocked him out because Dylan's legs were done. He did it to Wilder. You know what happened. Usyk was not. They looked fresh at the fight was done. They all looked like, oh, they could go for some more rounds. They were fresh. There was not that heavyweight, 12th round. Looking for air type of thing. They looked like they were, cruiserweights or even super middleweights fighting, ready to go. Like, besides the eye injuries or the eye, small little cuts, stuff like